Hi guys, during this period of quarantine, I've gotten very sick and tired of having bhindi, and every time I open the fridge I find vegetables which are not that pleasing to the eye. And today I found a kaddu or a pumpkin, so I decided to make a roasted pumpkin soup. And I've made it once in the past and it was delightful. I'm going to make it again today, and trust me guys, if you do not like kaddu, I promise you'll like this version of it. Let's start. So I've got some sliced pumpkin over here. I'm just going to put it into my baking tray. The idea is to roast it with a little bit of oil. So I'm going to drizzle some. Here I have olive oil, but you can use any other oil. I also have some garlic cloves over here. I'm just going to put these on the tray as well. Now I'm going to season this with pepper, and with some salt. This process I feel is extremely important as it gives maximum flavor to the soup. Now I'm going to give it a nice rub just to evenly season the whole of this pumpkin. I've preheated my oven at about 180 degrees Celsius for about 10 minutes, and now I'm going to place this pumpkin inside for about 35 to 40 minutes. And here we go. This is at 180 degrees Celsius, and make sure both sides of your oven are working. So I'm going to start by putting it in for 35 minutes, and then I'm going to do a check. So guys, I've taken out the pumpkin from the oven. It was inside for about 35 minutes, and now we're going to start with the rest of the steps. At this stage, you should just look for tenderness and whether your knife is able to go inside and come out easily from the pumpkin. So guys, I've turned on the flame. Now we're going to start making this soup. I've got some butter. I'm going to add this in my saucepan. Let it melt. The next step is to add chopped onion inside this. So guys, I'm using 1 onion for about 2 kg pumpkin. So at this point you want the rawness of the onion to disappear, but you do not want a deep golden color, just enough caramelization for it to extract maximum flavor. This would be the right time to add the rest of the ingredients, starting with the pumpkin, which we've roasted in the oven. As well as the garlic cloves. Guys, you can see there's some residue of the pumpkin on my oven tray. I'm going to not let this go waste. Just going to add a little water and put this in my soup. So we've covered this pumpkin in this nice mix of onion and butter. Now we're going to let this cool down a little and then blend it together. Make sure that this is not too hot, otherwise your blender will explode. Leave a little gap between the ingredients and your lid. So guys, you can see that I've emptied the content of my blender into this saucepan over here, and there was a little bit of residue in my blender, so I've mixed in a little bit of water. I'm going to empty this inside as well. So I've placed this on medium flame. As you can see, this is a puree, and once you season it a little more, it will act as a sauce for a lot of other recipes. But as of now, we are making a soup, so the consistency needs to be thinner. So you need to add vegetable stock into it. So I do not have any vegetable stock with me, so I'm just going to make do with water. However, there are a lot of things you can season this with to give it enhanced flavors. I'll add a little bit of turmeric to this. This is only for enhancing color, as you expect a certain color from a pumpkin soup, which is not always available considering the different varieties of pumpkins which are available all around the world. Now I'm going to add about half a liter water. Check the consistency. Here I'm adding a little more water, say about 300 ml more. So the best idea in order to check consistency is to always use a stage-wise process instead of adding everything at once. For example, I know that this is a soup and this is the kind of consistency that I'm looking for. So if I add too much water, things cannot be reversed. The next ingredient is absolutely optional. Here I've got a little bit of coconut milk. The flavor of the coconut milk really complements the flavor of this pumpkin soup. The next ingredient is a little bit of heavy cream. You can whisk in a little malai and put it. Since we've used a water base for this, so the cream will give it a nice consistency. Next ingredient to go in is a pinch of cinnamon. So with cinnamon, one has to be extremely careful. It is one ingredient which has a very prominent taste of its own and can completely overpower your recipes. So you make sure that you limit your quantities. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some smoked paprika powder. This is because I'm Indian and I love spice. So the idea is to put it in the saucepan beforehand. I'm going to give it a nice whisk to sort of blend in all the ingredients. In case you do not have paprika, you can also use chili powder and it will work just fine. The next ingredient to go in is the most important of all, which is salt. Followed by pepper. Followed by a dash of honey. This is totally optional. You can also skip it. I'm going to increase the flame and let it simmer for some time. So guys, this soup in no way is a compromise on flavors and I recommend you to replicate this recipe at home. It will beat any of the soups that you may have tried. And it is also something I recommend to serve to cancer patients, as my mother is a survivor and during her diagnosis there were a lot of meals which were not palatable to her and were not healthy enough to be served. So this was one such meal which one could make easily and serve, and she used to be extremely happy to have it. So I recommend that you replicate this ASAP and make the best out of all the ingredients that you have at home, starting with this pumpkin. So the soup seems ready. I'm just going to turn off the heat and put in some mozzarella cheese just to make the soup a little more creamy and enhance the flavor. Let it melt while you prepare for your plating. So guys, it's time to start plating up. Here I've got a soup plate from yesteryears. It's my nani's and it's about 50 years old. And I'm going to start pouring in the soup. Let's add a little cream in this. And here I've got some pumpkin seeds which I've air fried. And you must do the same, although it's completely optional as not everybody can appreciate the flavor of this. But I'm going to use some for garnishing. And here I've got a little sprig of basil. I'm just going to put it on top. Here I'm going to gently place my soup bun. And you're good to go. So guys, it's time for me to dive into this soup now and enjoy my fair share, while I recommend that you replicate this for your loved ones. So please like, share and subscribe.